Grazie, la parola all'onorevole.
Thank you, Mr. Cashman. 3 minutes for Socialists and Democrats.
Thank you, President. Baroness Ashton, listening to your introductory statement, I can only say that I feel I can go home. My work is done. I've rarely listened to someone on this side of the House sitting in your position that understands not only what we've done, not only what we are doing, but what we need to do to protect those who are most vulnerable. And that is why I'm really pleased that the Parliament has decided to take a rights-based approach. Because once you have rights, those rights can be enforced by you, by civil society acting on your behalf, or can be enforced by your government. And I speak also as the Parliament's rapporteur on the review of the Millennium Development Goals. But sadly, with AIDS and HIV, the numbers are growing. Currently, over 33 million people are living with AIDS and HIV. In 2008 alone, 2.7 million people were newly infected, most of those in sub-Saharan Africa, and most of those, 60%, women and young children. So quite clearly, there is so much more we need to do. We need to empower individuals about the choices that they have, about their bodies, about denying the rights that others wish to force upon them, particularly men and those people who, like transgendered people, who are often sex workers, who have no choice but to yield to the demands of others. And that is why I'm particularly pleased that we have made reference to those who are keenly affected by this. There are elevated levels of infections amongst those, including sex workers, men who have sex with men, who deny their own sexuality because of a low esteem level, transgendered people, prisoners, injecting drug users, migrant populations, refugee and mobile workers in nearly all regions. In our own near neighbourhood, the Ukraine and Russia, as well as other countries, there are epidemic levels. But it's not a negative story. The EU has led on this, and we will continue to lead, and I hope we will lead at the 18th Annual Conference in Vienna. But I just want to say this. Behind all of those statistics of millions, imagine that there is one life affected with the reality of living with AIDS and HIV. Lost generations, lost lives, lost lovers, lost parents, lost brothers and sisters, lives often lost by the loss of the other. The waste, the total abject waste of life from the preventable transmission of the HIV virus. Thank you.
Grazie per il gruppo.
Thank you. For the ALDE, Mrs. Intveld, for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Chair. First of all, I would like to thank Baroness Ashton for her introduction, and both my colleagues, Mrs.